Just got back from my ride around the block, probably about a 10-mile ride on the RadCity step through. So thought I'd show you just a couple things I did. So one thing was definitely invested in a mirror, left-hand side mirror, which don't know how I went so many years without one, especially being able to check traffic on my left before I make some of those crossings at the intersections. But that's been a great little mirror that I got on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and then just adjust it, tighten down the bolts, and seems to work fine. And then I see my helmet, which is a Lumos Street, I think, which got it last year. Never got to use it because of the pandemic and didn't really ride, but it does have integrated lights, which is nice. I did go ahead and upgrade the seat to the Cloud 9, although once I adjusted the stock seat, it really wasn't that bad. For those that aren't quite certain, those rails there, you can move your seat back or forward, and then also you can adjust the tilt up or down. So the standard seat coming from the factory is pointed up pretty hard. And I know that when I went on my first ride, it was like cutting into my hamstrings, really bothered my legs and back. So I went and ordered this seat. And in the meantime, while I was waiting on this one to come in, I had adjusted my stock seat, flattened it out a little bit, slid it back on the rails, and made a big difference. So debated whether or not I really needed this one, but it is a little bit more comfortable. But again, you can dial those in a little bit by adjusting the tilt or slide on the rails. And the lock, so my ULock is mounted right there. I just got some little molding strips to protect the paint, and then Velcro straps, and it just sits perfectly on the RadCity rack with plenty of clearance. And then of course I've got my Topeak trunk bag that I have had for a couple of years. I used it for bike commuting on my Trek Verve 2 hybrid that I have. And of course when I got this bike, first thing I noticed is I've got the quick track system, so it didn't fit. So I had to get the adapter, so it just slides off. And this is the adapter I got from Cascade manufacturing. There's a cheaper version I've seen out there that Topeak I think makes, or Omni makes, but it doesn't really attach well, and I didn't want to have to go through a whole bunch of zip ties and reconfiguring. This one fits the stock seat just perfectly, or stock rack perfectly. Very happy. It's a little bit pricey, but I'll use it. And then of course that slides in and clips, and we're good to go. And I still have the rack on my other bike, so if I want to switch bikes, I can easily transfer the bag back and forth. But that's really all I've done to the bikes. My wife, I did get the small basket on the back, and a Cloud 9 seat and mirror, and that's really it. But everything else is pretty much stock. Put the water bottle holder on, and that's really it. Don't plan on doing anything else to the bike. Have about 88 miles. Getting pretty close to probably sending it in for a tune-up, and get it ready for the spring and summer riding. But for right now, what you see is kind of what I have, and it's been performing fine. Have adjusted the brakes a little bit to tighten them up and get them dialed in, but other than that, I haven't had any issues in all the time that we've been riding them. So really enjoy this bike, and glad that I went with the step-through model. Just a lot easier getting on and off, and especially if I have things on the back. So that's about it. So hope you enjoy the overview of the bike, and we'll get some more footage here soon.